Hello. Hello,
What up? What up?
everyone.
What up?
Monday.
Happy Monday.
Welcome to our fresh press of a name show, fresh press show on Twitch. And this week is a special show for us because we have a ton of artists. And AC, hi, you're co-hosting.
Yes, I'm co-hosting this week. It's a special edition. You see the legend on the screen. You see him on the screen. But this edition is solely dedicated to our SoundCloud I Am Mother compilation. So we want to get into it, talk about, where the tracks came from, talk to the amazing artists that joined the compilation, and talk to the man that helped make it happen with Pharrell, KP, head of music at I Am Mother.
Welcome.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? This was my soundtrack to the weekend. I don't know about anyone else.
No,
Mine
same here.
too.
Same
Yeah,
here.
I'm chilling now that I had that to listen to. Obviously I had a couple of more weeks or months to listen than you guys, but listening to it all together was amazing. Like it feels like the moment we're going through.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just for everyone tuning in, AC, do you want to kind of explain what this project was? And, we've been talking about it for months on SoundCloud, but it's finally out.
So basically the compilation was something that was inspired due to all of the climate change in terms of how artists were being supported during COVID. And so we partnered with I Am Mother to basically find some new emerging artists, do a dope compilation that helped artists also, be paid as well as have their music showcased on different streaming platforms, while at the same time supporting two charities, Sweet Relief and Help Musicians, who have kind of been on the front lines supporting artists throughout the entire quarantine and lockdown. And so for the most part, it was like a group effort between the I Am Mother team, the SoundCloud internal team to kind of find the best music. I believe it was 25,000 songs that we had to go through and narrow it all.
It was a little more.
A little more, being modest. So it was a little more, but then dwindled it down to just 10 tracks for the first compilation. And so basically this is how we got here. So today is going to be an amazing show featuring the artists on the compilation.
For sure. KP, how did you get involved in this? How did this kind of come to you? Did SoundCloud come to you with this idea?
Yeah, in the past, I've known a couple of people over at SoundCloud, and Lisa Ellis, a friend of mine who I worked with ages ago at Columbia Records, reached out to see if there was anything we, wanted to do during this time, well, during the beginning of COVID, and what we could do to help artists from not necessarily just a charity space, but as to help give them a springboard almost, because we all knew that everybody was going to be affected financially. People who were normally able to go out and gig, like independent artists who are able to go out and gig and make money, can't do that. And and it's ironic, I guess, the beauty of it was in the time that we were having, it gave us a time to listen to music that wasn't so baller, and we wanted to hear what writers were writing in this time, what songwriters were doing, what creators were making during this moment. And SoundCloud was they opened up the keys to the spot and let us rummage through and see who was there. And so during the time that we were sitting at home, I was able to listen through all this amazing music and pick things that felt like the moment. Songs like Couch is, I guess it's obvious, but that kicked it off for me. It was like, oh, people are thinking and feeling in this moment.
Right.
The other thing is we kicked this off in April, and we were really focused at the time, really on COVID and how, and Corona, and, how artists are going to survive. And, obviously, we're calling this volume 1 because...
Because during the listening of this music that was or this project that was based in COVID relief, George Floyd happened, and the floodgates opened to a lot of really serious issues and things that affected us in the Black community in a major way. And we were almost kind of paralyzed for a minute whether or not to put this out. But then when I listened through the tracks, right, I started listening through on like BQE and God bless in my own two eyes, and you start realizing that no, the subjects are in there already,
Right.
because this is such a real thing. This isn't like a moment of social injustice that's been happening for a minute. Like if you listen,
Right.
you listening to records from 1990, whether it be KRS-One and NWA, all the way up, those issues are going to be there in hip hop most times. So after we listen back and start realizing, no, it's actually touching it, but it's touching it from a different angle. Like it's all encompassing.
For sure. I mean, the thing that was so awesome about this is, the way that everyone, was heard is they use a hashtag. And we've done that a few times. But basically, people, were putting out music, they use a hashtag, and that's how all of these artists were discovered. A lot of people think, it's an in or this or that. It's like, no, we went through it. And not me, by the way. I'm going to say I had no part of this. But
you can say
1,000 songs.
Yeah.
And then I just want to kind of get to also like where Pharrell kind of got involved in all of this. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, it was his idea to do something that gave the artist a real shot and didn't take from them. It's like usually when you get into these kind of contests, an artist puts a song in and then their life is given away for this one song for this contest. Right. And now they're in deals that they can't get out of as they get more successful or whatever, right? So we wanted to make sure that we did something that gave independence. It still kept them in their independent space, so that once these songs came out, they were gonna help other people with which proceeds going to charity, but they will also get this look because now that SoundCloud is a distribution hub now, almost because it has reposts involved. So now artists don't have to go get these major deals. They can actually build their own careers and their own labels within a system that actually helps get outside. Because normally if you do a deal, it's exclusive when it's internet based. Right. And the fact that SoundCloud was able to put these songs up on Spotify, on iTunes, on all the servers, it gives these artists like a different level of exposure. And we wanted to just we wanted to give a fair shot, and and that was his brainchild, and then after we got about a good healthy bit of music, we gave it to him and let him listen through, and he gave his opinions on which one should make it. So it was a very all-inclusive kind of group effort, I guess is the word I was looking for.
No, that's awesome. I mean, AC, did you have any other questions? So I think we got to jump into some interviews. We got a lot of people.
This music, man.
I mean, let's get into the music. I think the last thing I just want to ask KP is what are some of your favorite tracks or standout tracks?
It's 10 of them. Like that's the thing. Like my favorite of 25,000. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I got you.
There's some songs that didn't make it, but okay, depending on where I'm at, right? Like I love Voice Pothead because it's such a real, introspective thought. It's like, again, it's like it's music that's made out of having time to think, it feels like. Right. And then you have a song like Couch where the whole point is the impetus of it is the ideas come from here. Yeah, and that's where everybody is. So it gives everybody a common place. So I think it'll be impossible. And I love my bed. Like that's my jam around the house. Like for real.
Yeah, Ricky Smiley.
Yeah. So it's I can't say one. It depends on what mood I'm in.
Cool. Well, that's awesome.
I got you.
I mean, I do want to say we did announce it in our blog, but we are having a volume 2, which is incredible. Absolutely. So you guys will have more information later in the show, and
so stay focused
this week. But I just want to kind of end, KP, with like, if there's a piece of advice that you could give to anyone out there that maybe wants to be a part of volume 2 or, or submit it even for volume 1, what piece of advice would you give to artists right now?
First of all, use the hashtag because I think people don't understand. Like it's not, it's the easiest way to get to it. It gives us a focus, and anybody can be involved if they're in the hashtag, because the thing is, there's an artist on here, Nastasia, who's a writer who I've known for a couple of years, and her song is in it, but I heard it because of the hashtag. It wasn't, it's a very easy, fair thing, and I'm kind of really non-political when it comes to that. So, just put your best shot best song forward, and use hashtags, and we're really listening, and we really are here to help. And yeah, and hopefully when you listen to this one, you'll see, just how serious it is, because we also got a lot of songs that weren't great.
Yeah.
So, just understand that, SoundCloud is equal opportunity. I had to listen to people's first song ever, too.
That's
That
real.
is true.
That's
That is
real.
the part that people don't understand, because you're hearing the 10 best, obviously. But I just want to thank you, KP. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for coming on and sharing. And I know this won't be the last that you'll be joining, because
we appreciate it.
But thank you, really. It's been incredible working with you. So.
All right, so I'm gonna sit back and watch now. All right,
Awesome.
Perfect.
And congratulations to all the artists involved. Thank you for giving us great music to listen to.
Absolutely.